Everybody, welcome back. It is ID Turtle Vortex, and in this video we'll be going over everything you need to know about Season 2. This video is going to explore some of the things that you might want to know before Season 2 begins, as well as what to keep in mind as Season 2 continues up until Season 2.5. I'll be providing chapters for each section of the video, just in case you want to go ahead and skip to different parts that you want to keep in track of, or things that you want to revisit as the season goes on. With Season 2's launch, we'll be getting Emma Frost, the newest Vanguard hero, as well as Hellfire Gala Krakoa, which is a new domination map. Moreover, we'll be getting new skin recolors and color options, as well as the ability to gift skins and skin bundles to friends. We'll also be getting new changes to the replay system and its network performances. This means that Season 0 and Season 1 replays will no longer be supported. Moreover, we'll also be getting new tournament changes that will be explained later on in the video. Additionally, Season 2 will be coming in with huge major buffs and nerfs for some of our heroes, and I want to talk more about them as the video goes on. Let's dive into some of the major buffs and nerfs coming to our hero roster, starting with the buffs to our Vanguard heroes. Hulk will be receiving an increase in base movement speed, his shield cooldown will be reduced, and he'll have a faster jump charge. Penny Parker, who I recently did a short on, will receive critical damage increase, faster movement speed, and more health. Thor will receive more health and faster movement speed. Moving on to the duelists, Black Widow will be able to shoot after using her kick ability and ultimate ability. Hawkeye will be able to move faster while drawing, his ability damage will be increased, and his ultimate will receive a speed buff while he's drawing and an energy cost reduction. Ella will have her stun cooldown reduced, her AoE crow damage will be increased, but she'll also receive an increased cooldown for her escape ability. Iron Man will receive an armor overdrive buff, as well as his hitbox will be reduced. Iron Fist will have less HP, but slower decay for the new HP he gets. He'll have less damage, but better health scaling damage, and his finisher cooldown will be reduced. Mr. Fantastic, who I did a very big video on, I encourage you to go ahead and watch that video instead, but Mr. Fantastic will be able to deal more damage, he'll be able to have a new slow effect, and his ultimate will have maximum HP immediately. Moon Knight will have faster projectiles, his Moonblade ability will have an HP buff, his hook will come out faster, and his ultimate has been ridiculously buffed. Moving on to some of the more prominent strategist buffs, Cloak and Dagger, their healing zones won't disappear until the timer of the last zone is done, and Mantis will be able to stack the effects of her flowers into whoever she decides. Let's move on to some of the major nerfs that will be coming to the hero roster, starting with the Vanguard heroes again. Captain America will receive a shield and health nerf, Doctor Strange will receive a primary fire nerf, and his Madness Explosion will have a reduced ratio conversion. Winter Soldier will have his hook cooldown increased, and his ultimate will be getting nerfed. Wolverine will have slower meter gain, and enemies will be able to wake up from his ultimate knockdown sooner. Lastly, a major support nerf will be coming to Adam Warlock, where his Soul Bond will be getting an increase in its cooldown timer. 40 seconds. That's enormous. Moving on, Season 2 will be introducing new team-ups as well as adjustments to previous team-ups from Season 0 and Season 1. The first new team-up is called Mental Projection, with Emma Frost as the anchor. She'll be providing Psylocke and Magneto the ability to create duplicates that can copy their abilities in primary fire, but won't be able to copy their ultimates. The second new team-up coming in Season 2 is called Arcane Order, with Doctor Strange as the anchor, providing Scarlet Witch with a new primary firing ability, similar to Iron Fist's Jeet Kune Do, from the looks of things. The third new team-up is called Stars Aligned, with Captain America as the anchor. He'll be providing Bucky with a gap closer that can slow enemies and deal damage if they hit each other. The adjustments being made to older team-ups will have the Thor and Scarlet Witch team-ups being removed for now. Bucky will be getting removed from the Rocket Raccoon and Punisher Ammo Overload. Psylocke will be getting removed from the Magic and Black Panther portals. Namor will be getting moved to the Hulk and Iron Man Gamma Overcharge, while he's getting removed from Luna Snow and Jeff's Ice team-up. Now that we've discussed some of the changes coming to our heroes in Season 2, whether it's their regular abilities or their team-ups, I wanted to give a sort of prediction for what the meta will look like going into Season 2. I'll provide top 3 and an honorable mention for each category of heroes. Starting with Vanguard, and this is going in no order in terms of top 3. I think the top 3 will be Emma Frost, Magneto, and Penny Parker, with an honorable mention going to Venom. I think Dive will still be pretty powerful going into Season 2, as well as in the dev vision. They mentioned that they wanted to sort of move away from having shields too much. Although, to be fair, with the new team up with Emma Frost and Magneto coming out, and considering how strong overall Magneto just is in general, I think those two will work very well together. Additionally, Penny Parker's changes are just ridiculously powerful in terms of defensive plays in general, as well as her potential combination with Emma Frost and Magneto in terms of a really good triple tank meta. But we can't discount Venom, who has not been changed at all coming into Season 2, so his Season 1.5 changes are huge. Moving forward to the duelists, I think the top 3 duelists going into Season 2 are Moon Knight, Hela, and Spider-Man, with an honorable mention going to Mr. Fantastic. Don't get me wrong, just because I made a video on him and he's my main and all that doesn't mean that I'm giving him preferential treatment. It just means that his new abilities will be really good to handle some of the more powerful heroes that will be coming into prominence in Season 2. More specifically, Spider-Man, Hela, and even Moon Knight himself, as well as Bucky and Hawkeye, right? His slowing ability will ensure that enemies aren't able to escape very easily, and if you actually kind of keep in mind some of the balance changes, like a certain trend that I noticed is that a lot of escape abilities have been getting their cooldowns increased. So we'll see where things go, but I think those 3 heroes are going to be the top 3 heroes, with Mr. Fantastic rising into prominence just a little bit more, if not maybe even into some of the main cast characters. Now for strategists, I think the top 3, and this is again in no order, I think the top 3 are going to be Mantis. I think it's still going to be Loki, despite some of the nerfs he's getting into Season 2, and Luna Snow, with an honorable mention going into Cloak and Dagger with their new buff that I mentioned earlier on in the video. I think these 3 heroes are still going to be very strong, if not stronger, and we'll see where things go. Invisible Woman is still powerful, don't get me wrong, but the shield nerf that she received, while not too dangerous, might make people prioritize things differently going into the next season. Let's go over some of the competitive changes that will be coming in Season 2. The first one is a ranked reset for 9 divisions. The example given in the dev vision was that if you're in Diamond 1 at the end of Season 1.5, you'll be going down to Silver 1. The next big change is introducing a map rotation. So the new map going in will be the new Hellfire Gala Krakoa map, and the maps being rotated out will be Tokyo 2099 Shin Shibuya, as well as Ixgard Royal Palace. They'll also be introducing a new minimum level requirement increase from level 10 to level 15. So if you want to start playing competitive, you're going to have to be level 15 now going into Season 2. They'll also be introducing hero banning starting from Gold 3 instead of Diamond 1, which is actually pretty huge. For the higher ranks, if you're Eternity and up, you can only duo or solo queue. And last but not least, your individual performance will be weighed more. That means you will earn more the better you play, and you'll lose less the better you play. So I wanted to also discuss some of the technical improvements that will be going into Season 2. I'm sure we've all felt a couple of memory overloads, a couple of frame drops, and sort of things like that when it comes to playing Marvel Rivals since release. The developers will be making an attempt at improving the performance of the game overall. I'm going to be going over some of the PC changes as well as some of the console changes. So for PC, they'll be introducing the Switch Shader Compilation Mode. This means that when activated, shaders will only compile the first time you launch the game after a version or a graphic driver's update. So basically, you won't have to go through the compiling shaders in the beginning of every single time you start the game. They mentioned that this feature will significantly reduce memory usage and minimize in-game stuttering. However, this is experimental, so things may change, things may end up being worse. So know your computer the best and make the decision for yourself. For console, they'll be receiving new sensitivity changes as well as memory optimization changes. You'll be able to change the vertical dead zone sensitivity. You'll be able to change some of the acceleration delay settings. You'll be able to change your character movement stick dead zone settings as well as trigger dead zone settings. You'll also have new player initial settings. It's a new feature so that first-time players will receive a reminder of default sensitivity settings, vibration, and trigger effects upon entering the game. This makes things a bit more smoother in case you decide, oh, well, I don't know how this hero works and what crosshairs I should use and things like that. So coming into Season 2, there's going to be a whole new slew of cosmetic content, and in my opinion, they look absolutely amazing, unlike any of the other season we've gotten before. So starting with the new Battle Pass, it's going to have many different Hellfire Gala skins, as well as X-Men skins and unique skins for characters like Iron Fist. Additionally, we'll be having 2 new collaborations. One will be with the Marvel Unlimited. It'll have a new Thing skin that you can get for free. I'll have a tutorial for it in the description down below to kind of show you how to get it. There's also going to be Namor Twitch drops. He's going to have a new skin, he's going to have an emote, he's going to have banners, all the new juicy stuff. Launching with Season 2 will be a season event, Cerebro database. It's going to be similar to Season 1's kind of newspaper Daily Bugle kind of thing they did, but there's going to be a new free Mantis costume, similar to how the newspaper one in Season 1 had the Groot skin for free. Lastly, there'll be a new competitive skin for Emma Frost, and I surmise for Season 2.5 we'll have an Ultron competitive skin. Similar to the technical improvements and the balance post that came out just before Season 2, there's also a new patch note list that came out as well, and it kind of goes over some fixes and updates that I think a lot of people have kind of glossed over that I want to highlight. So let's kind of go from the top of the list down. There will be an optimized logic for substitute players in quick matches. This means that your victories will count, but if you join a game, your losses will not count, nor any stats that you got in the scoreboard. So I'll also be going over the tournament changes that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and what the devs kind of hinted at in their dev vision. Starting with global tournament regions, they've introduced wider regions and more countries into the region pool. So instead of just having North America, Europe, and Asia, they'll be adding all of the Americas, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and the Pacific. So much more regions, much more tournaments, many more players will have access to the sort of invitationals and seasonal tournaments that they do. There's also a new faction search function, as well as being able to LFG for new factions. The tournament overview page and tournament section of the Marvel Rivals menu will also be getting revamps. Players can quickly access core tournament information with detailed explanations of each process, rules, as well as information regarding advancement and eliminations in different tournaments. There's going to be a new tournament room option in custom games that will have additional tournament-related functionalities. Moreover, there's going to be an away feature where non-host players can set their status to away, making it visible to others in the room. And last but not least, there will be new faction emblems, as well as a reporting functionality for factions for any inappropriate custom content. We've reached the end of the Season 2 Ultimate Guide. I hope I've been able to kind of give more than just a brief overview, but a comprehensive look at what is coming to Marvel Rivals and what is changing with the introduction of Season 2, Emma Frost, the Hellfire Gala, and the Krakoa map. Coming into the next season, let's see what's going on next. We'll have Ultron and Arakko for Season 2.5, and starting from Season 3, we'll have new heroes every single month. Oh my god. I guess we'll know when Blade is coming. Sooner or later, guys, whenever. But more than that, I want to also kind of share what I want to do coming into Season 2, and I hope that you'll be able to stay for some of the content that we'll make for this Season 2 and 2.5. We're going to be looking at some of the hero changes, what pre and post is, where they now look at the meta to see if my prediction is right. We'll be looking at what the new maps and strategies you can have in different hero compositions. You know, we'll be able to look at, you know, Ultron's leaked abilities, what Arako could be, what Blade might be, some of the other leaked heroes. I won't say them in this video to avoid spoilers just in case, but sort of looking forward into the horizon. But please let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see, and leave a like and subscribe for more of this content. I can't wait to share what I would like to provide to the Marvel Rivals community, and I hope that this video has been entertaining and informative for everyone. I'll see you guys on the next video.